Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I am going to show you guys what I am sending off to PSA at the $15 bulk special. Now, I actually have already sent off over 500 cards, and I started to get in on this batch, and I'm like, you know, it'd probably be smart if I just made a video out of some of this stuff and just showed it to you guys. So, I'm actually going to show you 4 different submissions in this video. Might be a little bit long, but like this one right here, I'm starting off with, you can see some special delivery Charizards. I have 10 of these here. And then we get into some WotC cards. Now this Poliwrath, Tyranitar, and Kabutops, if you guys remember, someone had bought some heavy Neo Discovery packs. We'd broken the box. And they were on consignment, and then when the hollows come out, they actually had this small dent in the bottom left corner. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but yeah, so these are actually pack fresh, box fresh, but I ended up having to buy those 3 packs, $1,200 a piece. But I have no doubt that these will grade like a 5 or a 6 or something like that, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Here we have some other first edition WotC hollows. Now this is probably, I probably should have saved this one for the last one, because I'm pretty sure some of the other submissions are just kind of like modern stuff. But these right here, I don't know how many 10s I have in here. This is probably stuff that I pulled out of packs, or you know, maybe some of these EX series cards, they're a little bit better condition. I wonder how PSA takes it when they receive these cases with CGC on them. Probably not the smartest thing on my end, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe they actually take it as a good thing. Like, oh, look at that, you got CGC cases but you're sending into PSA. But yeah, you can see all these reverse hollows, parallel hollows from EX series, got a few from Diamond and Pearl. There was a box topper, Farfetch. These are cards that I've just sifted out of collections, probably here and there, or maybe they just ended up in my collection from some other purchase way back when, I don't know. This is on consignment. I wanted to show you guys a few consignments in between. It also helped me break up the 4 submissions, because I didn't have too many consignments to show you guys, but I did want to make sure to show them. So here's my next submission. Again, we're going to start off with 10 special delivery Charizards. The reason I split them up is because, you know, if I get a tough grader, and then I don't want like 100 of these things coming back in there and they all get 7s, 8s, 9s. At least this way, if I get a good grader on this one, you know, maybe on the next one I don't get a good grader. The one after that I might get a good grader. And what I mean by a good grader, it means that I recognize that there's an inconsistency in all of the companies, because most of these cards that are being graded, I mean, they're still being done by people, and people are naturally going to have different opinions. And I know that the ones that I'm sending in, they're all straight from seals, but there's also going to be minor imperfections on the cards, so you're going to see a variance in grades because of the card condition itself, but also because of the grader. And you know, I don't want to hit one grader with all of my special delivery Charizards having a bad day. So if I spread them out over different orders, then I should be able to get some 10s. Hopefully I get a lot of 10s, but we'll see, because it seems pretty easy to grade, but it's not like super easy. I like seeing all these cool cards in here. I had started going through my promos again. I thought I had submitted all of my pre-release Aerodactyls, but I still had a handful of these left. These, most likely, they're all going to be 8s and 9s. It's really tough to get 10s on these pre-release cards. Even the Dark Gyarados, I think I've got quite a few of them, but it's well, I have maybe like another 50 or so. But the Misty Seadra, I think I still have 400 or 500 of these just set back. They're all sleeved up, just kind of sitting in boxes, and I send them off with different submissions here and there, kind of like I do with a lot of promos. In fact, I'm going to show you guys some promos in another video later on, because I'm only going to show 4 submissions on this one. Here's the 3rd submission. Like you can see these right here, these are promos that I set back a while ago. I mean, this is not a new release, the Leafeon V-Star, but I've got several of them that I'm sending off to PSA. Glaceon V-Star. I think these are popular enough Pokemon that if they hit the 9 or the 10, which they should, if you don't hit a 9 or a 10 on these modern cards, then you're probably doing something wrong. I just got back some Charizards from PSA, the VMAX Climax ones. Lots of 10s, but I hit a 5 and a 7 on one of them, so maybe I missed something. I don't know. Pikachu VMAX is again super popular. It's a VMAX Pikachu full art. I think it'll do well. These I've actually sold out of. So I'm gonna start sending them in again. I sent in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these Battle Academy Charizard GXs, and I've sold out of the 10s at like $50 each, something like that. The 9s I'm still selling at $25. So at $15 a card, I still should make out okay. 9 is about a break even after you factor in fees and shipping and all that stuff. But the 10s I should basically double up on. Same thing with these Lance's Charizards. I think they're going to do just fine. PK was right when he said this is an easy play if you can get. I mean, I actually had one in auction go for like 70 plus, so he was talking about them being worth $60. You know, even if they're only worth $40 in a 10, it should be a decent play. Now this Charizard GX I don't think is as popular, but I had some of these, so I went ahead and submitted them. I noticed that as a raw card, they've kind of stayed pretty steady and ticked upwards a little bit. So I don't know, maybe it'll be one of those things that for some reason goes up, even though it's not as popular of an artwork. I just personally like Dark Sylveon. It's one of the promos I kept a lot of because I don't think it's like a $1 promo, but it is a $1 promo. So I'm hoping that these do well at PSA. All right, that's submission number 3. Oh, I forgot one of these. And we do have a small consignment here. We've got Flareon, got the alternate art from Eevee Heroes, got Greninja GX, a Mewtwo GX, and then we have the Rayquaza VMAX from VMAX Climax. And then we have our last submission. Now, I didn't put the special delivery Charizards in there with that modern bulk sub because I mean those are all like super really high-end condition type cards, whereas I believe the special delivery Charizard is in a little bit lower class, more typical to something like this right here. So I don't think it would have done as well if they start comparing cards. I don't know what they do at PSA, but you just never know. Got some Shining Ho-Oh, Shining Celebi, Ho-Oh GX, more Shining Ho-Oh. Probably should group those together, make it a little bit easier on the submitting process when I go to type it in. Greninja Gold Star, I got some full art, so we got some modern stuff here. This is mostly English modern. Got some first edition Team Rocket cards. There's Neo Genesis Expedition, so it looks like most of this is gonna be like non-holos, at least until we get a little bit later on. I try to do WotC holos together, WotC non-holos together, and like I said, I don't know if it even makes a difference in the grades of the cards that are submitted, but kind of makes me feel a little better when I submit it that way, because if I submit new back Japanese holos with old back, well, regular back but English WotC style holographic cards, I mean, if I was a grader and I just gave a 10 to like a Leon Charizard, for example, and then I go look at, you know, any WotC holo on the English side, it is not going to get a 10. Like, there's just probably no way because of the condition difference. And then we just got a few different cards right there at the very end of that sub. But anyways, guys, what do you think about the submission? Do you think I submitted cards that are going to do well in the long run, or do you think I submitted a lot of what do you call them, bags? Is that what people are calling them now? Where once they come back, it doesn't matter what they grade, they're not going to do well. Because I'm submitting a lot of cards, so I could be holding some bags, but I try to not put myself anywhere in debt where I can't manage it. And that is one thing you have to keep in mind when you submit this stuff off to PSA. That money is basically gone. However, it hasn't been taken out of your account yet. So once these cards are graded, then it'll be taken out of my account. And so you got to make sure that you have these funds set aside, because you just don't know when that money's going to be coming out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys for watching.